Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Green Crystal once again. Today I'm here with linear hierarchy, as we have explained already about the how hierarchy of the classification is going and how the ranking of the organism has been done in the diversity of living organism, right? So we will move on to directly linear hierarchy, that is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So now, as we know that it is proposed by Carl Linnaeus. Okay, so we are normally writing like this in this order: firstly kingdom, then phylum for the animal, division for the plant, then class, then order, then family, then genus, and last but not the least, that is species. Species is the basic unit of classification, right? Remember this point, very important. Species is the basic unit of classification. Okay, one species and another species have little bit differences, but they are different. Most commonly they are similar also. So five kingdom classification, which was proposed by Robert Whittaker. The kingdoms are Monera, okay, Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. So first we will move on to important characteristic of Monera. So Monera, as we know, it is the first kingdom, and here the organisms are very primitive and the organisms are unicellular. Unicellular organism, they have prokaryotic cell type. Okay, prokaryotic cells, and here the nucleus is not well defined. We know that it is very primitive nucleus and the organism is very primitive, that's why it is prokaryotic. And some of the organism have cell wall, some do not have even cell wall also. And here mode of nutrition is autotrophic. Okay, mode of nutrition is most of the time autotrophic and most of the time sometimes heterotrophic also, and mostly it is found in the moist environment where the little bit moisture is there. And examples are bacteria, blue-green algae, or also called as cyanobacteria, and mycoplasma. Just refer figure 7.1 in your book. So this is the figure. Just have a look at page number 83. Okay, just have a look at this figure. This is bacteria, how it is, and this is Anabaena. Okay, this belongs to the kingdom Monera. Next we will move on to kingdom Protista, that is the second kingdom. Okay, so here also the organisms are unicellular, but the cells are eukaryotic. Okay, eukaryotic cells type, when compared to the last one, that is Monera, there was prokaryotic cell type, right? Here eukaryotic, a little developed cell, and organism are little bit developed, and unicellular organism and organism is unicellular, but they are most of the time they are found in the colonies of the cells. Okay, they are found in the colonies. Colonies means most of the cells together, like many organisms lives together in a colony. They look like a multicellular, but they are not multicellular. In colony, each organism, like each cell is one single organism. Got it? So mostly they are aquatic. Okay, and usually they are aquatic, and locomotion or movement in these are through hair-like structure or appendages, that is called cilia in the paramecium. Just have a look here, cilia. Okay, these are the cilia, hair-like structure in the paramecium. Okay, and in somewhere it is whip-like flagella. See the whip here, it is a whip-like movement. This part of the flagella is used for the locomotion, means movement. And in amoeba, in case of amoeba, it is pseudopodia, advancing pseudopod. These pseudopods, finger-like projection, help in the movement of amoeba. Got it? So these are the three types. Flagella, in flagella, that is whip-like, flagellum, euglena, that is flagellum, and in paramecium, that is cilia, and in amoeba, that is pseudopodia. Okay, so these locomotion is found here, and mode of nutrition here is autotrophic or sometimes heterotrophic also. So example is unicellular algae, diatoms, and protozoans. So here in figure 7.2 they have given the protozoans. So these amoeba, euglena, and paramecium all belongs to the protozoan family. Okay, so next, third kingdom of classification is, that is fungi. Fungi, these are eukaryotic organism. Now whatever the organisms comes after the Monera, all are eukaryotic. Okay, these are eukaryotic organisms and heterotrophic. These are heterotrophic organism. Okay, so here in Protista we have seen that either heterotrophic or autotrophic, right? But in fungi they are heterotrophic, maybe unicellular or maybe multicellular, a little bit advanced, sometimes unicellular also, but here multicellular category also has come. So they are found in the filament. Okay, filamentous form, multicellular filamentous form. Okay, and usually they are they feed on what? Dead and decaying organic materials. Okay, what does it use? Dead and decaying organic material as food. So therefore they are called as saprophytes. Saprophytes, what does a saprophyte mean? Saprophyte are the organism which feed on dead and decaying organic material. Remember this. Okay, saprophyte is an organism which feed on dead and decaying organic material as their food. Got it? So next, here in fungi, next characteristic is cell wall is made up of a tough complex sugar that is called as chitin. Okay, that is called as chitin. And some fungi live in the mutually dependent relationship also with blue-green algae, and these relationship together, it is called as symbiotic. Okay, so these symbiotic life forms are lichens mostly. They are slow growing large patches you might have seen on the bark of the trees. On the bark of the trees there are large patches, right? Sometime you might have observed. If you have not observed, go and observe if you have trees around you. Okay, so here mostly the example, so let me tell about this symbiotic one once again. What is symbiosis? It is a relationship, mutual relationship in between blue-green algae and fungi. So they are mutually dependent on each other. Okay, for the living, for the purpose of living, for the purpose of life, they are mutually dependent on each other. So this type of feeding or this type of relationship is called as symbiotic relationship or symbiosis. Okay, here examples are yeast, mushroom. Refer figure 7.3 in your book. Okay, so Aspergillus, Penicillium, and Agaricus, that is your mushroom, your own mushroom. Okay, so next we'll move on to fourth kingdom, that is Plantae. Plantae is the fourth kingdom of the Linnean hierarchy, or four kingdom out of the 5 kingdom of Whitaker. So in Plantae we know they are multicellular. There is no unicellular plant like, okay, mostly they are multicellular only, and they are eukaryotic. So till fungi we have seen unicellular also, remember this. Okay, after the fungi now Plantae came. So here we are finding only multicellular organisms. They are eukaryotic with higher degree cells and with cell wall. They have cell wall, special quality again here, and they are autotrophs. Okay, we know that plants are autotrophs. Plants prepare their own food by using chlorophyll, right? That is process is called as photosynthesis. We know, right? So how photosynthesis is going? The plant, it is using the mineral and water from the root, from the soil, which is taken by the root, and air. From air, what does it take? Carbon dioxide, and in the presence of sunlight. Okay, in the presence of sunlight, and mineral and water from the root. Okay, then what does it do? It prepare, in the presence of chlorophyll, it prepare its own food. That own food is what? Glucose. Okay, you will learn everything in whatever the photosynthesis topic will come. Okay, so this chlorophyll is only responsible for the green color of the plant. So just observe figure 7.3.4. okay, 7.3.4. not observing the figure, they have not given any figure here, because we know well how the plants are, right? So we know that, see, these plants are the visible form of the diversity of life around us, right? We will look at the subgroup of the plants and subgroup of the animals also. Okay, so kingdom Animalia is the final kingdom, that is fifth kingdom and most advanced among all kingdoms. Okay, so here the animals or all the organisms of the kingdom Animalia are multicellular, eukaryotic, without cell wall. Here with cell wall, plants are with cell wall, but animals are without cell wall. Okay, and here they are autotrophs and here it is heterotrophs, depending on others for the food. So we will just go through this table 7.3.5. okay, 7.3.5, no, sorry, this is on page number 85. They have given a table, right? So 7.4, table 7.4, just have a look here. So first, these are the organisms. Okay, first they are divided on the basis of types of cell, that is prokaryotic, eukaryotic. If they are prokaryotic, obviously they will unicellular, and one kingdom here it is, that is Monera. This is the first kingdom. Okay, then whatever the organism comes after Monera, they having eukaryotic types of cell. Okay, so eukaryotic types of cell but unicellular, that is Protista, second kingdom. And next one is eukaryotic but multicellular also, that is, again we will have in multicellular whatever the remaining kingdoms are there, no, that will come here. Okay, in multicellular with cell wall or without cell wall. Okay, without cell wall is only one, that is Animalia, and with cell wall is, means again they have two categories in that: do not perform photosynthesis and able to perform photosynthesis. Fungi is coming in under which do not perform photosynthesis, and Plantae is coming under which is able to perform photosynthesis. Okay, is this clear? The 5 kingdom of classification. Okay, Monera, Protista, fungi, this is the third one, Plantae, this is the fourth one, and this Animalia is the fifth one. Inshallah, in my next video I'll explain about Plantae subgroup. Okay, Allah Hafiz for today. Jazakallah khair for watching.